It's right at the top of your hat, but you're all the way in there.
Ooh, nice.
You know what? Let me get a hat going on too.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes I like to have my hat on, bro. Depends on how I feel.
Depends, like the diapers.
Hopefully by the time I'm there, I don't need to have anything like that. I'll have better tech.
Listen, if I can't keep myself from shitting my pants, it's time to go.
That's really how it is for you?
Yeah.
Not me, man.
That's probably one of my number one things.
I mean, how many years was I pooping as a baby?
Like 2.
Oh. All right.
I hope.
Test. I don't know how to check if, like, the headphones, are they on or...
It's all on.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
Hello. Now I can you do more? Hello. Oh my God, that's nice. I think I like. Do you like hearing yourself in the headphones or not like it?
I don't like wearing headphones.
Oh, just in general?
No, I wear headphones all day.
Oh, when you're doing stuff.
Yeah, just like all day I wear headphones.
Will you turn it down a little? I think I'm wrong. Hello. That's better. Because it almost starts to sound like there's an echo. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's not the best thing. I'm gonna do this though, so I know. Oh, what up, dude? So you said you watched that monkey show?
Yeah, Chimp Empire.
Tell me about it.
Fire.
What did you like about it?
Man, the chimps are just like people.
Do you have an example in the show, maybe that?
They play politics, man.
All right.
They play politics for who rules the community.
Okay. Was there any like?
And it's
did you
never
see
the
any of that?
smartest guy.
It's never the smartest guy that rules it.
Nah,
Interesting.
because the smartest guys are the oldest ones. And you get kicked out before then.
Yeah, I was wondering how it worked. Like, so did they allow you to stay in the chimp colony as an old chimp?
Yeah.
As long
You
as you
just
were
step
never
down and
alpha?
retire. You just stop messing. So, like, when they get to a certain age, they'll just stop participating in all the male activities. So, like, war, patrolling, the political grooming.
So what about if you were an alpha? If you were an alpha, can you get out of the life, or is it like the mafia?
Yeah, well, it depends. Sometimes they'll kill you. But most of the times, you'll just get beat up, and then you step down. You just retire.
Okay, so you're saying every once in a while there's a Caesar thing, right?
Yeah.
Or an Alexander the Great. My bad. That's who they did him in, right? Who got stabbed up on the thing? Was that
Wasn't it
Caesar or
Caesar?
Alex?
I think that was Caesar.
I think it was Caesar, wasn't it? All right. But usually you're saying they get to, people can just tell they're getting old and they go, "Ah, oh, oh, oh," and step down.
No, they'll, like, beat him up first.
Oh, he's got to get beat once.
Yeah. Because you'll get challenged. Like, in the show, like, the one they attack him and shit, but he's still the alpha after. Because he messes him up a little bit. He gets messed up too, though.
Do you remember the alpha's name?
Jackson.
So Jackson was peacefully chilling, and he's been alpha for what, a number of years now?
I think they said like 6 years, maybe 7. I think 6.
And what you're saying is that multiple chimps attacked him at once?
Yeah, 2.
Two boys collabed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
2 youngins. It was like, it's my time.
And when they came at him, he beat them both?
No, they really beat him, but he like bit the one or something. I don't know. He ripped the one open. They took off. They made him run away, so it looked bad for him. But they didn't take his position yet. But then they got in a big war.
And then he got into a war?
No, the whole group did.
With each other?
No, with a different group.
So he got to keep his position for the war.
Kinda, yeah.
Or they still were gunning for him or doing?
Well, I mean, he's still an alpha during and after the war.
Oh, he made it all the way through.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna spoil the very ending. But
Why?
all right, cool. Yeah, so he dies at the end, but he's alpha up to the point that he dies.
Yeah, that's okay, dude. I think I almost feel like that kind of show, even if you knew exactly what happened, is still super interesting. It's the journey of seeing the humanity in the little apes.
No, but that was a big part of it because like they foreshadow at the beginning about him being it, and then you're like, I wonder if they're gonna fucking get this motherfucker killed by the end of it. Because I'd be thinking of it like a Hollywood movie.
Of course, he has to die.
He didn't have to though. This really just happened out there.
He had to die.
He didn't have to. In the movie, he would.
And he was the one that was there for 10 years, right?
No. He was the one that took over after that guy.
He did 10-year reign.
The one before him did.
The one before him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, by the way, how did he die?
So like the West chimps pulled up and got him cornered by himself, and they were just beating on him and smashing his face into the dirt. And then his homies pulled up and they all ran away. And then he didn't want everybody to see him weak, so he just skirted off into the forest and just pretty much died out there over like a week.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But he's still the alpha during all this. Like at the end of the show, they just didn't have one yet.
Now, his boys wasn't those two youngins, was it?
No.
Okay.
One of those.
That would have been the time.
One
to
of those
show
two
up.
probably gonna end up taking the spot though.
We don't know until next season.
Yeah, if there is one.
Right.
Because he was also talking like he wanted to do in the thing, like he wanted to do different chimps.
He was like, I'm done with these. Let's go to the West.
No, it does the West in there.
It does all.
It does the West and the Central because they're the ones at war. You get to see both sides. Wow. So the West and the Central in it used to be the one group. They used to be one
They
group.
were one group.
Yeah, and they split apart.
Oh, so they're brothers.
Kinda.
There's no blood relatives fighting?
I don't think so. They didn't say that.
Interesting.
So like chimps don't know who their kids are either. The males
don't?
don't. The males don't.
How can they not?
So the female will get like ran through by like 3 or 4 chimps on purpose, so that none of them know who the kids are.
There's no So what is this alpha? So I think with lions and only one lion gets to reproduce.
Yeah, that's not how it works with the chimps.
No.
Just the alpha gets. It's
Even with
easy
wolves,
for them to.
one wolf is supposed
So
to.
like with the alpha, it's easy for them to.
They just get the pick of the lid.
Yeah, but everybody, they all hoes, man.
So you get no sexual selection?
Because, well, you do to an extent because the hoes gotta want you.
They gotta want you.
Yeah,
There's no rape going on.
doesn't seem like it.
Interesting. Because a lot of people claim
Because they were talking about that one. Because you watched that one podcast. He was talking about the one with the white eyes,
Yeah.
and he was sleeping all around, and he was the low ranking chimp.
But he said, didn't he? He said he did that through trickery, though.
Not quite trickery. He hung around, like helped with the kids and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were out on patrols. Pound.
Yeah, he was simping.
I don't know if I call it simping.
That's what he was doing.
That's not how he explained it. He
What?
made it more like
I made it more
he
real.
He made it more pimping.
Yeah.
He did. I didn't see the show. You
Yeah.
saw the show, but I'm saying the way he explained it.
Yeah.
Not simp.
I mean, that means like you a bitch though. Like if you're a low
To
ranking
some of
male.
the other men.
To the hierarchy, the people that are in control.
So are pimps. Like I'm saying, back in the 80s, dog, pimps, everybody knows they're kind of flamboyant. They're kind of
Here's the
fruity,
thing.
dog.
I saw one chimp attack another female chimp. That sounds the most pimpish to me. It was over some food. And he was high ranking.
So you go straight to a gorilla pimp when we all know there's many types of pimping out in this pimping saying pimp.
Yeah, but that guy's not pimping. None of them are pimping because they're not making money off the females.
Yeah, but he's making offspring when he shouldn't deserve it, I guess. Right?
Yeah, but it doesn't work that way with chimps.
They all have tons of offspring. I mean, the guy on the podcast made it seem like it was a big deal.
It is, but they all get a shot at it. It seems like you're not just disqualified for being a low-ranking male.
Yeah, but don't you get to hit it like 12th?
No, I don't think they normally go that deep. I think it seemed like they might do like 3 or 4 chimps.
You're last, depending.
But they don't do it all the time, though, either.
I'm just saying, if you're low level, you hit last, right?
No, not necessarily.
Wow. So a higher ranking chimp.
So like if the female chimp was like in heat or whatever, it's not really heat. Just like when they want to reproduce, it seems like whoever she's interested in that she bumps into first.
gets it.
Yeah.
But you're saying that an alpha wouldn't like see it going down and start like tearing your nuts off or anything?
Nah.
He's got to just be like, it is what it is, baby. We
He'd
chimps.
probably just try to hit it right after.
So chimp life, it doesn't seem that brutal, bro.
It didn't seem that brutal when you were watching it, except for when they go to war all the time.
War is brutal.
But we do that, so no more brutal than what we do.
I would say yeah.
They're all in the military.
All right, so they wake up in the morning and they go to war.
No, they don't go to war all the time. It all depends on like how it's going, I guess, at the time. Like if it's calm time or if it's like
If it's calm.
yeah, like there's lower food, it's more of a calm time, I think.
I'm saying, let's say it's oh, really?
Because like when all the food's coming in, that's
Protect.
when yeah, you gotta start protecting because the other chimps know where it's at and they might be low food. So if you
Yeah.
got the good spot, that's when things are high, and it's like and hunting, they like to hunt.
They enjoy hunting
Yeah, for sure.
as well.
Because it said that they eat like a bunch of fruit, and that's when they go hunting when they're full.
Which is really weird.
It's because they're full of energy and they want to go hunt because it's entertaining. It's
So they
also
don't
politics.
overeat, huh?
It's also politics.
I'm just saying they don't see. So like when lions eat, it's a carnivore. It's a different thing, but they show them where they eat till they gorge and then they go to bed. They don't do that. They don't overeat, huh?
It seems like they do that.
Oh,
They be napping and shit all the time. You know what's funny? All right, so I'm watching it. You know that game I be playing?
yeah.
They just made it a chimp at the beginning. This is literally chimp. The whole thing. Everything about it is a chimp. Like I'm watching the show, I'm like, this is that game I was playing.
The game and the show are very similar.
Yeah, like the pre-human, they literally just made a chimp in that game.
It is a chimp. Duh.
So 100%, every little bit of it, they just completely copied chimps.
Does it ever evolve? Is what I want to know. And you said that it does.
I did evolve.
To a human-y thing.
Not yet. I think you got to
See?
keep doing it. Keep doing it.
I
keep
know,
doing
but
it.
I feel like I'm getting like bought, like got. You know.
I'm just stuck in it. Like it's so crazy. I went out in the forest and everything started killing me, dude. Like I got attacked by like 7 animals in 2 minutes.
I remember seeing like 60,000 years of evolution happen one time.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Right there.
But you still look the same. You're not like
I look just a little.
man yet.
I probably do look a little different, but I don't know what it is because I didn't pay enough attention. But I was updating my mind more than anything at that point in the first part. But Jason said he saw YouTube videos and they were like human-like, like standing upright and shit.
That's what I hear. So you're saying though, when they finish their fruit, do they take a nap or they finish their fruit and go play?
I think it depends.
Sometimes they overeat, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
It all depends.
How much food there is.
More food, more overeating.
Yes.
Less food, less overeating.
Yes.
Isn't that interesting? I feel like us humans are innately built differently.
No, I think we do the same thing.
I think we do the opposite.
How?
Like if you grow up in a house
We have
that's
here in America, we have the most abundance of food. We also are fat as fuck.
for sure. But
And over there in
kids-
Africa, where food's a little bit more limited,
yeah.
everybody's fit.
Everyone's fit in Africa. But also, in America, if you come from a house that always had food, like a normal, like their food is always stocked, usually those kids are not overweight. Usually they're more well-adjusted because they never felt like they needed to overeat. If you go to poor houses, a lot of McDonald's families, fatties.
That's because of what they're eating.
I don't think it is. And how can you even say that? Me and you talk about this all the time. It's if you eat correctly, McDonald's ain't bad.
Yeah, but they're
McDonald's
not
can be
eating
good.
correctly.
And they're overeating because there's days where like the
course.
kids don't have food.
Of course. But I think they're overeating based on what they like to eat. Like if you like eating chips, if you like eating snacks, you're going to overeat.
I wonder if they grew up in a house that was filled with normal family healthy style food though, if they would have developed that same overeating thing. You know what I mean? That's my question, bro. Are we like the chimpanzee?
I think so.
Or are we innately opposite in food patterns?
Pretty similar, it looked like.
I feel like if I was starving and I got a whole bunch of food, I'm going to eat every last bit of it till I'm so stuffed and just, ugh.
I'm going to do that too.
Now, if I had abundance of food, I am not going to overeat as much. Because I know I got
The first time I get it,
The first time I will.
that's what I'm talking about.
Right after, I'm good, though.
Yeah, after that, I'm not.
I'm just going to keep it in the fridge. I'm good, though, ready to rock.
And that's probably what they do too.
Okay, is that what it seemed like you observed?
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, after watching, what was this called? Chimp Empire?
Yeah.
After Chimp Empire, let's revisit the concept that they're they're deciding to bring back or not bring back the Neanderthal. Are you aware of this?
Yeah, we were talking about it.
Exactly. Callback. And if you guys want to see that callback, it's in an earlier episode. All you got to do is
Figure out which one. Just click them all.
you know what I mean? Jelly bean.
I'm for it.
Yeah. You say, even after watching that, that's what I want to know. You were
Yeah.
for it before.
I just want to see it happen, man. I don't even care about the consequences. Push forward.
The fuck is wrong?
You know, I just feel like when it comes to technology, we'll just deal with the consequences when we get there. Let's not hold it up. It's going to happen.
Is this the electric lighter?
No, it's a torch.
Oh, thank God. Well, I thought for a moment I was on that electric. I don't like that thing. I think that there's nothing wrong with being apprehensive with what we create.
I just think, what's the point? We're going to do it eventually.
Yeah, if we take a little time, we might be able to do it more successfully.
Nope, someone else just does it. It always happens. You can't stop it.
Well, then why hasn't it been done already?
What?
Neanderthal.
Because
Where's China's Neanderthal?
We're just getting up to it. China will do it at some point.
You're
If
saying
we
they
don't.
might already have it?
Yeah, I mean, China's the one that doesn't give a fuck about like what the ethics are. They just do shit.
China.
I'm with that. I'm with the China thought on science.
Just do first,
They're like,
out
just
later.
figure it out. Let's get it going. It's better that we have it than anyone else.
What about all those lockdowns it forced us into?
We funded that.
They still did it.
We did too. We're just as implicated.
So you're saying good job?
No, it's a wash. Both of them were doing dirty shit. But you know what?
See how we tried
Someone was going to be doing it, though.
Us.
It's always us, yeah, because that's the America's take, is we need to be first.
We do need to be first. I don't know what to do either. I understand how we dropped the ball on that.
Like, I think America, even more than anybody else, feels like they need it the most because they got to see the power of what that was.
I mean, your boy Donald
Because we
claims-
got the nuke first, and we got to use it, and it ended World War II.
We did get it first. Germany made it, though, right?
Well, a German guy in America made it.
Who came from Germany.
Yes.
And who was a formerly worked for Nazis.
Yes.
I'm just saying facts, ladies and gentlemen. So, Warner
Shouts
von
out that
Braun?
guy.
Is that his name? Oh, no. I'm mixing them up.
Well, Albert Einstein also was an integral part of it.
Yeah, but that's not like it's Oppenheimer. That's who did it. Oppenheimer. He is the actual one who was the guy who said, like, Raj Patel, I am the destroyer of worlds, whatever. Not Raj Patel. That's kind of racist. I just said an Indian guy's name.
Fire, though.
Yup. I'm glad they made it.
And the world is probably a better place because of them.
Well, didn't you say, though, they're about to drop them everywhere?
No, I don't know about all that.
Before we started this cast, I thought you said World War III.
Possible, but there doesn't have to be nukes, technically.
What makes you say that we're about to start that big W3?
The Ukraine, man, England just gave Ukraine some long-distance jets.
England gives Ukraine long distance jets.
And I think Russia just said something about it. I didn't read it, but I think it was along the lines of if it gets used on them, then they're going to war.
Well, because if it gets used on them, doesn't that mean that they actually hit a place in Russia?
Yeah. That's what they're saying.
Well, good. Bro, I'm so sick of this Ukrainian-Russian war. Can I get real ass for a second? Can I get real ass, dude?
Sure.
It's time to get real ass, bro. I'm so sick of this Ukrainian-Russian war.
Me too.
At first, dude, I did all my research. I looked into it. And at the end, my heart told me to feel bad for Ukraine. That's how I felt. And then now, I'm all the way the other way. They just keep pushing Russia, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like China tried to, even work it out, and we pushed against it. There's we're keeping it going.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, yeah, there's money somewhere involved. I don't know how it's working. I think it's just some big funneling operation of money.
I don't know. You guys should leave it in the comments. I claim to him that it's because we own a large percentage of the pipeline that runs through Ukraine all the way into Europe. So all that Russian oil used to go through Ukraine into Europe. And we got a fat take. We had Hunter over there. He was banging hookers, snorting lines, and selling art, getting a bunch of cash, all types of wilding out. And now they're trying to ruin it. That's what I think's going on. You know what's interesting, though? Because now that I think about it, though, Putin was always cool. It's us.
Yeah, we're shit. We're terrorists.
Or the fucking what's it called? The
NATO.
NATO.
Yeah, I don't like NATO.
Like,
I don't like the big empire thing.
I'm saying if you're Biden, you want to be cool with Russia, right? You're getting all this money in Ukraine. You don't want this war to start. But don't you kind of feel like Biden's on Ukraine? Like, I kind of feel like his people want the war.
They do.
So what's that all about? What am I missing?
There's money getting made.
But he was making silent money. We didn't know about all that weird his stuff with his son.
Oh, this is above Biden. Biden's a puppet, man.
So he just has to.
They just
take a wash?
They just tell him what to say.
No, you're missing the mark. I'm saying, like 7 to 4 years ago, there was like a period of time where Hunter Biden was in Ukraine. He worked for the American government.
Well aware of all that. All I'm saying is I don't even think he knows what's going on.
Even then?
No, then he did. I'm talking about right now. He doesn't know what's going on when the war is going on.
So you're saying he's literally so far gone. He's not like, what about all my fucking Ukrainian money? He's gone.
I don't even think he cares.
What about Hunty?
I mean, he's probably smoking bobos right now.
So he doesn't care about his money?
It doesn't matter for him.
Oh, you're saying you think he's like that?
He's like a nobody. That
just happens to be. But he was making millions of bucks.
Yeah, because of his connections, because he's losing it, whatever. It's not like anybody really cares. It's not like he's important. It's not like he's got pull, like real pull.
If I was making millions of dollars and then it went down to not making millions of dollars, I don't know. I'm not saying I'd put guns to people's heads and try to kick doors in, dude.
On who?
I don't know, but I'd be figuring it out.
The fucking Russians?
Probably the Ukrainians, because that's where my money was coming from. So now there's billions of dollars getting in there. I'm like, where's my money?
The Ukrainians, the people that are all strapped?
Yeah, bro. I'm Hunter Biden's. I'm going drone. Fuck strapped.
You can't.
Strapped.
He doesn't have access to drones.
No drone access?
No. That's just the president that can do all
You
those
have
strikes.
drone access.
No, we don't.
We do.
How?
What do you mean? We can buy a $27,000 drone right now.
That's not going to have. That's not the type of drone they're using.
No, what they're using, we don't have. But
yeah,
what we
the ones that blow shit up.
Oh, we could blow shit up. We could buy that drone, bro. We saw the laser kid. We connect the laser kid with the drone we buy.
Okay, the laser's nothing compared to like real weapons, man.
I don't agree.
Bro, they could level a city block with what comes out of that drone.
Oh, I understand that. I'm saying, as Hunter, I just need to terrorize the people I'm trying to get money from.
Well, people just shoot it down with their AKs that we gave them.
They can't even see this drone.
You're not gonna be able to aim it like that then.
This is where it starts to get technical, where we'd have to talk to the laser kit. But the drone that I'm talking about, you know it flies for, I showed you all the specs.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about aiming the gun.
I don't know about all that. That's past me. That's laser kid, but he's smart. You put one on that truck. You saw the one on the truck?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Way different. Not flying. Very unsteady.
I don't make any of the rules, dude. I don't know. But all I'm saying is if I was Hunter Biden, I'd want my money. But what you're trying to say is he's just a crackhead. Like, he's just about getting that next high.
He's just the president's kid.
In his mind, he's like, that one's over.
Yeah. Because that's all he can do.
Go in. Click up with Hillary. You know what I mean?
She ain't going to work with him.
She won't work with him? They're both Democrat.
And he's a crackhead.
She's psycho.
Way different. Being a psycho actually moves you up the ladder in politics.
Being a crackhead moves you down?
Being a crackhead moves you down.
What about Tom Ford?
I said if you get caught.
He got caught, and they reelected him 2 more terms till he had a heart attack and died.
They didn't know about it.
They knew it was on the TMZ.
What are you talking about?
Tom Ford, mayor of Toronto. This big fat crackhead. He got caught. It was on TMZ, bro. He's with a hooker, smoking rock.
They didn't believe it.
They believed it. No one cared. That's all I'm trying to say. Sometimes they don't care. And even before that, actually, Thomas Coleman, I think his name, black guy in the 80s, same shit. Smoking rock on camera in the 80s. You want to hit this?
No, I'm good.
In the 80s. Reelected him. Just once, but they reelected him. So there's probably a future in Hunter Biden's political career.
That's definitely done.
Dude, what if he links up with Trump?
No, his name got smeared. The only reason Trump's still alive is just because he's so good at politics. Like, because his name has been smeared.
Trump?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because he's so good at navigating the political game.
I guess I got to do a Twitter poll and we'll find out how people feel about Hunter, you know? Because I usually am wrong.
Like, Trump's the best debater out there.
Yeah, but doesn't the majority of America dislike him?
Yeah, but
Isn't it just a small
an even larger majority don't like Biden, so it's like, who's going to win?
Is that true?
Yeah. They pulled it.
They did?
Yeah, so the poll was like 70% of people said they do not in any way think that Joe Biden should run. And then like 58% of people said that Trump shouldn't run.
What was Joe's?
It's like 73%. Ooh. It's very high.
Well, it's only 20% higher.
That's a lot.
Little bit.
It's like 50% of it.
20%. Isn't that like how many blacks are in America? It's not a lot.
There's less blacks. You got
it's 2%?
It's like 13 or something like that.
Minority. All right. So they hate both of them.
Yep.
But they hate Donald less?
That's what it looks like right now.
Well, he lost the last election. Remember that?
Yeah, because people really hated him then.
I mean, more people voted for Joe Biden than they did Trump.
But barely.
I mean, don't you remember there was caravans across the country for Biden, dude? There was no one for Trump.
There's people just coming in from other countries to vote for him. It's crazy.
I know, dude. I'm saying, don't you remember the crowds of people? Biden.
No, that didn't happen.
You don't remember that. You remember when they shut down streets for Biden when he came around? And
no, that's what they did for Trump.
that's what they did for Trump.
Yeah, Biden didn't have nobody.
I know. Isn't
His
it
shit
weird?
was like 34 people in a stadium.
I don't understand,
And
but he
then-
still won.
Because people hated Trump. But people don't hate... It seems like people don't hate Trump as much now.
They hate him more now.
No, I think it's less.
Didn't he have because now isn't he convicted of sexual whatever?
He didn't get convicted. He lost a civil case.
He lost a civil case?
Yeah.
Did you see him talk about it?
He said he's never even met her.
It was so funny, dude. Wait, is that what he said? Oh, really? I thought I saw him say stuff like I don't even know, like, she hooked up with me in a closet. What kind of woman does stuff in a closet?
Oh, he was saying what she said, like what the story was.
Oh, that's what she claimed.
Yeah.
That's what was going on.
Yeah, in the CNN thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The way they
He was making
it
sound ridiculous on purpose.
No, I know. It was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
But I thought he was admitting it. So the way they cut it, though, CNN, they cut it as if he was admitting it. But it was still funny to me because he was like, what kind of woman with self-respect has sex with a man in a closet, takes him in a closet and puts her mouth on his penis? Like, I was like, it's so funny. He's like,
grilling her. He went crazy.
You're going to believe a woman who does some nasty thing like that?
The person interviewing him or whatever, the mediator,
CNN.
He called her a terrible person and shit during it, too. It was hilarious. He's like, you're just like a terrible person. I just thought you should know that.
He said, I just want you to know.
She asked him something, and that's how that was his answer.
She was like, Mr. President, what is it like being known with the worst approval ratings ever for a presidency?
He's like, here's the thing, Tiffany. You're just a horrible person. Like, that's literally what he did. It was so funny.
Here's the thing, Tiffany. Your vagina stinks. Next question.
His whole thing was him just like being a comedian, dude. It was crazy. They cut it early.
They were like, I saw, she was like, Mr. President, if you were the president right now, how would you handle Ukraine? And I thought he was so G, dude. He was like, if you gave me 24 hours, it'd be over. It's like, then he dropped the mic.
He's like, I'm one of the best negotiators. If you gotta get both of them in the room and we'll come to a conclusion in 24 hours. Guarantee it.
It's ridiculous. He's like, in 24 hours, I would fix every one of their problems. It just drops the mic, dude. It's ridiculous, dude. Me and Putin would be eating ashpaga outside of Russia.
Love that place.
He's like, I was the one to bring Floyd Mayweather to Russia, just so you know. Those are the connections I made.
It's all about me.
He's the worst person ever. I don't know why you love him.
I think he accurately represents Americans.
Ugh, but all the stuff that stinks.
I know, that's why I think it's funny. I just feel like he's the personification of America. But I don't think he did that bad of a job. I think he did a better job, and the reason I really like him is because both sides hate him. Like, Republicans hate him too. Everyone in the institution hates him, and I'm like, that's a good thing because I hate all those motherfuckers.
But everyone in the institution hates Kanye West too. You know what I mean?
I know. I'm with Kanye too.
Oh, you'd vote a little.
I'm just fuck it. Yeah, if he was like an actual candidate on the joke life of it.
You're saying if he was a Democratic candidate, you'd vote for him?
Oh, I'd have to.
You'd go in.
I got to.
Right. It'd be the only year you were in blue.
I used to be more blue until
Me
they
too.
got all crazy.
I know. Now I just pretend to be blue for the viewers. Sucks.
Yeah, me. I just now like I like to go with the most ridiculous candidate because because the Trump thing happened. It was like, let's hire a celebrity, and I'm like, all right, that sounds funny. Let's see how far this goes.
What about Sugar Sean O'Malley?
Sugar Sean O'Malley. I'd like him to stay fighting. Maybe once he retires.
He needs a few more years on him.
Yeah, I'd like him to keep fighting first.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think he'd be a good president. Like when I watch his podcast, his baseline like beliefs, I always believe it with. Like he'll be like, yeah, well, I just think personal freedom is really what's important. So like if that means having a gun or being trans or marrying whoever you want, just don't hurt the kids. Like stuff that just makes a lot of sense to me, you know?
You're not allowed to do that in politics.
You're not allowed to make sense.
You're not.
What about Nancy?
What about her? She's nuts.
She doesn't make sense?
Nancy Pelosi?
Yeah.
No, she's like a criminal, man.
She makes sense, maybe. She makes dollars and cents, maybe. And she got her husband whacked.
He got himself.
Who knows how it all happened?
They had the video.
Yeah, but I'm saying maybe she hired him.
Could've been.
Allegedly.
She's a crook.
She's a criminal.
Not as crooked as Hillary, though.
Well, like we've already discussed.
We know what was in those emails.
It's only a crime if you're caught. So, The fact that she never was like we know that, what's her name? Who's that old lady that they just put in a bikini with the saggy...
Martha Stewart?
Yeah. We know she's a criminal. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
For doing what Nancy Pelosi does.
For doing what Nancy Pelosi has never been caught for.
Well, that's because her husband does it.
You see, Nancy's never been caught, so we can't say she's a criminal.
I can.
How?
I'm a criminal. I know.
Game recognized game.
Game recognized game. I know one.
You're like, she's like,
she's like
Marlo.
She's like when you're watching a TV show when you get all of a sudden you see how high the corruption goes. It just keeps going up and up as you get seasons and season deep. She's like season 4.
She's season 4 of House of Cards.
No, I was thinking like a crime show. She's like season 4 when you figure out like, oh snap, they're working with senators and stuff.
House of Cards is that.
Well, House of Cards is all politics.
But they're horrible criminals. Remember, he can murder someone in a street.
Of course, that person had to come in.
Dude, that's actually... So, I don't really like shows like that too much. And have you seen that show?
Yeah.
The main character? Who's the main character? He's like that gay actor. I forget his name.
Kevin Spacey?
Kevin Spacey. He like got boys murdered out here in real life, allegedly.
When they fired him, I stopped watching the show.
He's an amazing actor.
I said that he was the whole show. I'm not watching this shit without him in it.
And I'm not going to lie. With the intensity he brings to every character, obviously you have to rape boys to do that. I get it. I'm saying I get it. Like, and they are boys technically, but they're 16, they're 17, they're hobnobbing, they're drinking, they're at the party. You know what I mean? I've seen a 17-year-old deadlift
Jeffrey
500 pounds.
Dahmer.
Call it what you want. But I'm saying, I get it. He brings an intensity that, like, when he's sitting there and he's like, Martha, what I did yesterday to that boy when he walked into the Congress section, I believe it. I believe it.
It was good.
He kills it.
I loved that show.
But
then they fired him. I was like, I will never watch another episode. And I haven't watched one. I haven't checked it.
In the second episode, I can't exactly remember what happened, but I was so shocked. Because the first episode, there's no violence. It's very strict.
It's the second one where he pushes the chicken into the train or bus or whatever.
Oh, yeah. What does he do? I thought, is this so murders?
Yeah, murders somebody.
I thought he killed someone in the street, dude.
Yeah, so into a bus then.
Into a bus.
I said a train or a bus. I couldn't remember which one it was.
I could remember, but then he just calls his boys for a cleanup crew like it's...
Fire.
He's like, boys...
It happened again.
Had another one. Yeah. We got another one, boys. I love Kevin Spacey?
Yeah.
Great actor. So I remember after one of the boys that allegedly said that he sodomized him forcefully, I guess. I don't know. Wasn't there. Murdered himself. The kid killed himself. He drops this creepy video on YouTube where he's like stoking a fire, and like the picture the camera panning in on him. He looks over. He's, oh, hello there. Just another holiday season, and he just goes through all this creepy stuff, right? And it's just like, basically, he's like, talk about me, and this is what happens. And it's so weird. And he's free right now because that guy's dead. You know what I mean? But he killed himself. And it seemed legit. It wasn't like one of the...
Karma.
Like, who knows, right? But it does bring up the question that I was thinking about. Have you heard of the voice of God technology?
What is that?
I don't even necessarily know if it's real, but it's spoken about. And so, Project Bluebeam?
Blue Book?
Blue Book, right? It's a CIA operation.
Yeah, the UFO thing?
Yes, but it's just like it's the properties of visual and audio, like projections, I guess, in the classifications. Like, they said it was UFOs. It ain't really UFOs. If you look online right now and look up the actual CIA reporting, it is the concept of some type of technologies where they can make you see what they want you to see and hear what they want you to hear. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Well, it's just kind of interesting to me because if you look through it, they claim, like, dude, you got to look it up because when you talk about it, it almost seems like there's no way they would spend money on this. This is a lie. But they claim that they have some type of technology where, like, theoretically they could put not thoughts into your head, but hear a voice in your head. And they call it the voice of God. And, like, they talk about how easily susceptible targets can be utilized to achieve certain goals. Like, theoretically, they don't talk about this, what I'm about to say now. I'm about to say theoretically. Like, theoretically, when you see those mass shootings, and it's always like a weird-looking kid that's on, like, SSRIs, maybe they're using that on them.
I mean, it's possible.
What do you think about all that, Ozzy?
I don't know. There's no proof.
There is no proof. That's true.
I need like at least some circumstantial evidence.
What would be enough for you to be digging it?
I don't know, but more than a hypothesis.
Right. What about at least seeing the files of the CIA speaking about the technology?
No, because I need it connected in some way.
But so that's not even mind blowing to you. That's just normal news.
Like it's a piece of circumstantial evidence would be like, and they were doing tests in the thing out of it in the area that they're happening in.
No, I understand what you're saying, but that wouldn't even be shocking to you that there's tech that makes you hear the voice of God.
No, that sounds doable.
Easy peasy. So you're saying we're at a place right now where that ain't even shocking you.
No, they got computers that answer your questions now.
They do. Pretty successfully.
They got the ones that make art.
Yeah.
You could put on a headset and go into another world. We got a lot of weird stuff.
Projecting a voice in your head. Big deal.
Big deal. I do that every day.
How do you do that?
My own voice in my head.
Oh, your inner dialogue.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know some people don't even have an inner dialogue?
Boring.
Do you want to hit this?
Sure.
Ugh. You know, sometimes when people are smoking cannabis, liquid death is one of the best ways that they can quench their thirst. They do it that way. Now, I was just watching a few other podcasts, and I realized Liquid Death is a sponsor for the Real Ass Podcast. Liquid Death is a sponsor for Theo Von's this past weekend. Liquid Death is a sponsor for it's escaping me. The Asian guy, he's fat. I don't like him as a comedian. Bobby Lee, Tiger Belly. And they're also a sponsor.
That's what that guy is?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what he was. I just thought he was a fat Asian guy that talks on podcasts.
He's Bobby Lee. Yep. Big Mad Time TV guy. He has one stand-up act. He's never made another stand-up act.
Like I was saying, I knew exactly what you're talking about because I see his stuff all the time.
Oh, from now?
Yeah.
You know him from how he's trending now.
Yeah.
You don't remember him from when we were kids?
Uh-uh.
You didn't watch Mad TV? Were you an SNL kid? Or what?
I watched Mad TV.
He was
I just
on
don't,
it, dude.
I don't remember it much, man.
Oh.
All I remember is the weird guy, Stuart.
Oh, Stewie.
Yeah.
You know, I noticed there was years where people just watched Stewie on Mad TV.
That's all I remember. He was so good.
It was so weird to me. I thought, what's going on? Literally, it was just about Stewie. Hi, I'm Stewie. No.
I don't know why it was so good.
It was so good. So to me, I think it was so good because it was morbid. It was the only morbid comedy out then on TV.
Right.
The only other comedy in the 90s that was popping was sexualized comedy, like American Pie.
Yeah.
Which was good.
Yeah, that was funny.
I'm not saying it's just all they did back then. I don't know why. It was like a bunch of 22-year-olds on a trip getting fucked up, and they're going to find themselves while getting laid.
Yeah.
That was like an archetypal comedy.
And weird stuff's going to happen.
And wacky things.
Embarrassing things.
Yeah. Oh, my God. And sisters seeing brothers do gross things. Ew, Tim. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, get out, Jenny. That's the wacky summer that they're about to go on. That's what it was like, dude. It'd be like...
Starts out with like the party music and stuff. What? They're like in the car on the way somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
Hanging out the windows, screaming, yeah!
And it would always be like, so it'd be, he wasn't the star of the movie, but it'd be someone that you'd be so shocked to be in. It'd be like Bam Margera would be driving it pan to Bam. He'd be like, yeah, dude, make sure you throw up out the fucking window, dude. That's what, you know what I mean? And you go, oh, it's Bam!
Yeah, cameo at the beginning.
Yes! And he dies quick because they can't
right
Bam.
Away. Yeah, because
Yep. That's so funny. So there was that comedy, and then what was the first one we were saying there was?
The Mad TV.
Yeah, the weird stuff. There was weird stuff. Because there was Stewie, and then everything else was so fringe. Like, you probably won't even know it. Like, Tim and Eric. There was Tim and Eric back then.
I don't remember it.
I know. Because the people didn't do morbid really. Or Daria. You remember Daria on VH1?
But there was morbid.
There was. That's what I'm saying. So did you?
Cartoon Network at night. Adult
Daria?
Swim.
Yep.
Adult Swim was just all that.
That's all it was.
It would just get
Robot
weirder
Chicken?
and weirder as the night went on.
Yeah, that
You'd
was a
get to
funny
the end
thing.
of the night, and it was just like the most fucked up TV show you could think of.
Do you know what the last thing they showed really was? It was a podcast cartoon.
Really?
I swear to God, thinking back, once you were saying that, I was thinking and thinking. It was 4 a.m, about 2008. It was a show with a ghost guy. It was cartoon, right? They're cartoons. He was like a ghost, and his friend was like a cockroach. And they sat at a table, bro, and they just talked. I swear to God, dude. Ah, man, I can't wait to look it up. They just sat at a table, and they'd be like, hey, so what'd you do yesterday, Jim? And he'd be like, not much, man. Yesterday. Hey, I asked you what you did yesterday. And he'd be like that. Oh, I was telling you. I'm sorry. It was a podcast.
Like Aqua Team Hunger Force is pretty fucked up.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force, but at least they always had a story.
Yeah, but it is a weird
Very
story.
morbid. Very morbid. For sure. It'd be like their neighbor.
Remember
that
the
fat guy.
Oblongs?
Oh, yeah. That was less morbid, though. They were just morbid.
It was morbid as fuck, though.
No, let's stay on. What'd you just say? The shake one? Frying shake?
Yeah, Aqua Team Hunger Force.
That one was really a better example because this is how their storyline would be. It would be like, so they all wake up in the morning and Shake is making breakfast, right? Meatball is crying about being hungry.
And Meatwad.
Or Meatwad, right?
It's me, Meatwad.
Right? And then Fry would be like, we're broke and we got to pay rent. And we got to figure out how to do it. They go over to the neighbor's house and he was bit by a spider last night. And his foot is going.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, my foot hurts like a bitch. It stinks so bad. That's how it was, right?
Yeah, that's exactly how it was.
And he'd be like, we need money for rent, Carl. His name was Carl. Can you please give us money? And they go. He'd be like, I got money, but you got to go to the store. I can't go. My foot. Go. Get there. Come back, dude. He'd have like a spider butt. It'd be in the corner. You know what I mean? Like, that's their and he'd be, like, making a web. And they'd be like, Carl, what's going on? He's like, what do you mean? That's the show.
I know, it's so weird.
It was very weird. It was very morbid. I loved it all. I even loved the one at 4 a.m. where they were podcasting. And I know it was, like, just 2 cartoons, and I don't even know what made them just... I wonder what came first. I wonder if they watched the animation and started talking. Or the other way.
Probably started talking.
Yeah, I feel like it almost seemed the other way. Now, Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
You know that... have you ever seen episodes where they're watching TV?
No, I haven't seen much.
All right, there's episodes where they're watching TV, right? I watch, like, behind the scenes on YouTube. Those are always the other way. It was, like, extra footage that they had cut. Stuff like promos and stuff, they would watch it, and it was like the creator and his friend, and then they just be like, ha, like they're just talking over it. Like, I'm Blippo. I'm here to sell you TVs. Yeah, I got these TVs to the left. I have TVs like that. Just fake. I thought, and it was so funny when I learned that. I was like, dude, that's some of the funniest stuff I ever saw. Like, when I watched those episodes first time, I'm like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. How are they coming up with it? Because it was improv. They just made it up on the flizz-eye, dude. It's crazy. I hear that guy got canceled. Are they not doing that show no more?
No, I think they're still doing the show.
They are?
He's just gone, I think.
I know that he made it through the fire when he did his little Dexter parody about raping a baby.
Yeah, but then he got caught like texting some 14-year-old or something.
Makes me so mad. Because I like when...
He had to leave his video game company, too.
This is my thing, dude. I love real messed up comedy. And that's the whole thing I was just talking about with the cartoons and stuff. Like, I love... Go as morbid as you can go. Like, I really love it. So when you do that, if you end up actually being the thing we were, like, supposed to be joking about, I really hate you. Like, I now have such a disdain for you, specifically, because you're tainting the comedy.
Of
now
course,
when
but those are the people that are the best at it because they live it.
You got to be able to do it and not live it.
I know you just won't do it as well.
Maybe that's true. I try my best. I try to go all out with comedy, bro.
I just
Things I've never
assume
done.
the more fucked up you get, like where it's like detailed. It's like, all right, so you really been thinking about this. You live that shit. You gotta be fucked up to make fucked up content.
You know, it's funny.
At least a little bit.
That's true. 100%. I just saw a Legion of Skanks episode, and they have a black baby that they have on their desk. Like, I don't know. I think it's a reparations baby. And it came to a point in the joke where eventually there was a comedian, same thing, raping the baby. And I thought to myself, where's the call on these guys?
Right.
What's going on? Why can they do it?
Because their shit's called Legion of Skanks.
Bro, is it about that time to switch to the page?
Yeah.
I'm so good at calling the time. Am I or no? What am I
Yeah.
at?
We're at 50 minutes.
50?
Yeah.
That's not that good. I was 10 off.
That's pretty good.
That's not good. That's not very good. All right. Did you hear about Meghan Markle and about Harry?
What with them getting chased or whatever?
Dude.
So did you hear that actually they really didn't even get chased?
That's kind of what I heard, but you're not unfold the story for me, my friend.
So
Don't skip
according
to the
to
end.
them, they got like chased for 10 minutes through Midtown Manhattan
Just like his mama.
during rush hour.
Right?
So like let's put that into context.
Rush hour.
Rush hour, 10-minute chase, Midtown Manhattan.
So this is like Jason Bourne style.
How could there be a chase? It's probably like traffic jam.
That's why I'm saying Jason. It's
Yeah.
not. It's got to be fake. Jason Bourne
Yeah, and then
on foot.
so like paparazzi did run up to the car, and then like apparently it pulled off, and that's pretty much the end of it.
But when they relayed it to their publicist, it was we were chased.
Yeah,
We were oh no, she's
for
from
10
America.
minutes.
I'm messing it up.
For 10 minutes, they
I'll
said
do
for
it.
10 minutes.
We were chased for 10 minutes all through Manhattan. It was dangerous. I was scared. Megan was scared. Like that. But really none of that happened.
England don't fuck with them no more.
You know what I think is going to come out? I bet it's going to come out that they paid for them to do it. They bought the paparazzi, dude. I bet they paid for it, dude. It was a part of the PR service, dude. And, hey, did you make sure you ordered the paparazzi? You did? Okay, good.
Well, I think over in England they get away with shit like that.
Like what? Making
Because they're royal, you
stuff?
can just say whatever you want. Nobody's gonna fact check you.
Right.
Here they're like, yeah, we got chased. Everyone's like, wait a second, that don't even make sense.
It's a possibility. The only reason I'm gonna protest to that is because from what I've seen in like England journalists and stuff like that on Substack, it's not like that. Like when you're in London, if you're the royal family, they can't go nowhere without being logged. It's all logged. And the log is actually public record. Like, they're just dumb. They're just not doing good at drumming up controversy and stuff. They're doing it bad.
Yeah, because nobody cares.
Well, they're not doing it good. If they were like Blueface and Krishan, they'd be getting money.
They'd have to be trash.
Yeah.
That's why they're popular, literally.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're doing it, though.
They're like the king and queen of trash couples right now.
For sure, dude. But not like Appalachian Trail, just like ghetto people around the world.
Yeah, so like Appalachian Trail.
But not really. They don't like them.
No,
They don't.
I just meant they're all similar.
They're what?
They're all similar.
They're all similar. Yeah, they're all pores.
Yeah.
They're the king of the pores. No, dude, but so I personally have so much distaste for Krishan and Blueface, you know what I mean? But also, I do respect what they're doing. How did it happen? I want to
don't
know how
understand.
it started.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I
missed it, I believe.
You what?
I missed it
Oh, I missed it too.
because I was like locked up.
Well, like, so Baby Trons, right? That's broken down online. Like, there's many articles on how he got his trajectory. And then if you look at, like, the start of his social medias, you could kind of make a good estimate on, all right, here's where the money started getting poured in. And, you know what I mean? Like, there's a story there, at least. I don't know how the Blueface got. Where are he from? What is that all from? TikTok?
I think so, something.
Full TikTok rise?
Might be Instagram. I don't know.
Well, I do remember.
Social media stars, though. I know that's what they're famous for.
Oh, for sure. They came from social media. I think they've actually done television, though.
I mean, he's a rapper.
Yeah, But what came first, that chicken or that egg?
Well, technically the rapper, but I don't think that's what he's famous for. That's the thing. I think he's famous for the social media, but he was a rapper first. But I don't know if maybe the social media is about being a rapper that started it.
Right.
I don't know. So
I think it's a safe bet that he was not popping until he was fighting with Chris Sean. Chris Sean. That's her name. But till they started fist fighting. That's what really got me drawn in. What about you?
I don't follow them.
You don't even know.
It just gets forced. They try to force it at me all the time.
Have you ever seen them throwing hands?
No, but I see people talking about it.
She's messed him up bad.
I'm out of there quick because I'm like trashy shit.
You get out of there. All the island boys and all that. You're like, boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, I'm out.
All right, so I know that she's messed him up pretty bad, but also, so I didn't really like whatever his name, Blueface, till I saw a video of him smoking a boulder of rock.
Yeah, I saw it.
That was fire. I mean, dude, it was huge, though. He smoked like a gram rock.
Yeah.
So I know he's about his business, if you know what I mean. Smart guy. Then I saw him in one of those celebrity boxing matches, and he's actually really, really skilled. I was really shocked. Like, obviously he's boxing a guy that wasn't really good or whatever, but he developed already that, you know how Canelo will, like, miss a whole bunch of skilled punches at his head as his box, but not blocking his face? He does that. He did that, like, seriously, dude, for, like, 60 seconds straight. It was really cool. It was really cool. I was like, all right, well, you do have some kind of skill.
Hell yeah, that crack focus.
You got that crack focus, bro. You in the ring just in the Matrix, bro.
He's like, everything's slow motion for me. You just smoke a gram right before you go out there.
But that's how Mike was, right? Wasn't Mike Tyson a crackhead? He talks all the time. He said, I was a crackhead.
Yeah, I don't know if he was, I don't know if he was at the beginning, though.
When he was a heavyweight champion
When he
of the
was
world.
good. Yeah, I don't know if, I think he was doing, that was like after prison and shit.
Before prison, I thought.
Possibly.
That's what he said. Because he was fat when he went away, right? He's like, I'm 350 pounds when I had to go do 2 years. See, he did two prison sentences because he did a prison sentence in the 90s for raping whatever, that pageant girl or whatever. And then I think he had to do another prison sentence for something else, something violent maybe, I don't know. 2 years though. Yeah. I remember when he was real fat and he did his one-man show. That was dope. Did you ever see that? It's on HBO, bro. It's fire. Like, people are laughing at certain stuff first, and he's like, this part isn't a fucking joke. This part's real. There's parts like where it's like that, dude. And he's so fat, too. He's like huge. Fat as hell. And I really enjoyed it. The concept was cool, dude. And he did have parts that were a joke, were really funny. You know, he's a really funny kind of guy, you know?
He is.
I just saw his recent podcast with Tony Yayo. Have you heard of Tony Yayo?
Yeah.
G-Unit?
G-Unit.
You know G-Unit?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You remember them? 2000?
G-Unit.
They had a shoe. They had
they had a whole
shirts,
clothing brand.
jerseys. I remember, dude. Oh, man. You want to switch to the page, by the way?
Yeah.